Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm going to show you some Pokemon Go in Alaska. Today is Thanksgiving. I'm currently in Soldotna, Alaska. I will be heading to Grandma's house in Homer. So I just checked, and it is currently 7 degrees outside. So let's go check it out. So this is our first stop. Since I'm in Alaska, it is one of the rural areas. Compared to just this last week, we saw Japan, where you could see Pokestops as far as you can see. Here we have a lot of places with nothing as far as you can see. So this is the hottest spot in town. As usual, I am out of Pokeballs, so first I have to stop here where I can spin 3 to 6 stops in one location, and that's the most next to each other for anywhere nearby. And if I just look around, I'm basically in the center of town right now, so that's kind of it. That is what you can see from here. Is probably 75% of the stops for the next at least 20 minutes any direction. I don't have a Ditto yet. That came out yesterday, so I am catching some of these small guys just in case. Nope. So this is all we got for spinning Pokestops around here. There are a couple other hotspots for spawns, but you almost have to swing through here before you go hunting at all, because you just never have enough ammo. So I got a few more stops to make, and then we'll head to Homer. Alright, my errands are done. I'm on my way. I'm gonna record driving all the way through town. Right now I'm out of town on one side, and I gotta go all the way through town to get towards Homer. So I'm just gonna leave the camera recording, and you can get a feel for how small the town is, and you can see how many Pokestops and gyms there are. From one side to the other. It'll only take about 5 minutes to get all the way through, and then it's just nothing for about an hour and a half. I think there's 3 Pokestops and maybe 1 gym for the next hour and a half. Let's see. So that's what we got to work with. I'm really excited to go to Homer today because I've only played there, I think, 3 times since the game came out. So that's why I've been waiting to make this episode till I'm making that trip up there. Also, there's a lot of awesome scenery along the way. So let's get to that. The roads are icy, I don't know if you could tell. So I have studs on my tires, which are a bunch of little metal spikes in the tires, which helps grip the ice better. But I mean, this is a pretty mild winter comparatively. It's only November still. We don't have very much snow right now. It's not very cold. Where I went to school a couple years ago, it was getting down to minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Right here it's below freezing, but it's above 0 this week. So I'll show you a few things along the way, and let's go. I'm at about halfway in the driving. Actually, I'm gonna check right now. Let's see what is here. There we go. So here's where I am. We have road and we have ground. We have no Pokemon. No gyms, no Pokestops. You get punished for leaving town. Well, you probably don't see this every day, so I'm just gonna keep driving while I talk a bit. I mentioned I live in a rural area, but if you ask anyone from Alaska, this is not rural Alaska. I actually live in one of the towns or cities, and outside, I mean, Alaska is a really big place, and there's villages and there's hundreds of miles with nothing. So I live in one of the actual populated areas, but it takes an hour and a half to get today to the next populated area, the next place that has decent Pokestops and gyms and stuff. And so that's the kind of ruralness that I'm talking about, in that I am restricted to playing in my own town, in my neighborhood, and if I leave town, there's nothing out there. There's only, I think, 4 left, 5 now that Ditto's out, that I need to complete my Pokedex. And I've been able to do that all in my small area, so it's not that it's not doable, it's just that it's really grindy. Since there are so few Pokestops, I just have to do the same loop. Every time I want to play Pokemon Go, that means I'm either doing the loop around my town, or I'm driving 20 minutes to do the loop around Kenai, the other town, or my third option is drive an hour and a half to do the loop, or the small area in Homer. So I'm really limited to where I can hit Pokestops. And after I get Pokestops, they're so spread out that I have to drive for 30 minutes to an hour just to collect 30 balls. So then after I've gotten the collection, then there's only so many spawn points that we've found now, because we've been playing for a few months in the same area every day, so we know where the spawns are, and so we just go to those specific places, and if you go often enough, you'll eventually find everything. But I would much rather find new stuff. But this weekend, I'm hitting Homer, and I haven't been there since the last few updates. I haven't been there in probably a month or 2. So I'm excited to see what I can find there. Let's keep driving. I'm gonna check here as well. This is a pretty hot tourist stop, so we're taking pictures and stuff. So let's see if there's anything on screen. Well, we have no Pokestops any direction, but we do have 1 spawn, so that's more than I was expecting. Let's see if I can find a Ditto. Alright, well, finding 1 spawn was more than I was expecting, so that was a win. Let's keep going. Well, I'm here in Homer, Alaska. That's where I want to go. That's the Homer Spit down there. I'll check up here in a minute, but I don't expect really anything. All the spawns and Pokestops from the last times I visited are all bunched up down there. But I'm here. It is Thanksgiving Day. You can see how low the sun's gotten already, even though it's only 2 o'clock. But it is Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna head over the hill and through the woods to Grandma's house. So I stopped by Grandma's house. Turns out we have a little bit of time before dinner still. So I picked up my chance. And we're gonna go hit some of the stops. We're gonna use a little bit of teamwork here. I drive, he spins the stops. He'll scream if a dragon shows up. And we'll go see if we can find anything. We're in a little bit of a hurry. We're still gonna make it to dinner on time, but we're gonna see what we can get over here. So now we're at the end of the 4.5 mile long peninsula called the Homer Spit, and we just barely got out here and it's already time to head back for dinner. No dragons, so there wasn't any screaming. I wanted to have time to walk around out here, but that'll have to be tomorrow probably. Nothing too exciting out here except for the awesome scenery, so we'll get a good view of that, probably more tomorrow. But we gotta head back for dinner. So, good job, Chance. Got a couple things, got a couple stops for me. Good work. Later. All right, new day, I'm ready to go, and it snowed last night. So I'm back here on the Homer Spit again, and what I've been seeing here both yesterday and the last couple times I've been here, there's Magnemite everywhere. There's Voltorb, I've even caught multiple Pikachu, a lot of electric types. There's also a lot of water types. There is Psyduck, Squirtles, a lot of Magikarp, which I'm actually really excited about because I do not have a Gyarados yet. So, and now I'm only, it's several months into the game now, and I am now about 15 more Magikarp away or so from my first Gyarados. So, I am hoping that I can finally get that this weekend, and I actually have a Dratini on my sightings as well. But I stopped here because I'm going to grab my first catch of the day, and I think this will hit me 28. 5-day streak. Bonus XP. I might not have quite been there. Actually, I might need one more. And I played here last night too, and I've just barely been able to keep up with the Pokestops and what I'm trying to catch. I'm hovering right at like 3 Pokeballs always, just barely keeping up with what I'm throwing. Level up. 28. Alright. But there is a Dratini on the radar, so I know there's one more spawn point right up here. I'm gonna go check over there. There he is. So this is my third Dratini. I'm still quite a ways from my Dragonite. But I'm sort of just counting on finding one in the wild rather than evolving one. And here I am using a Great Ball on a Magikarp. So I think this will be the last one I catch here, and then I'm gonna go spin some more stops. Can't quite get this stop. Be right back. There we go. First spin of the day, 5-day streak. Let's go find it. Maybe I'll find Dragonite today. That's a possibility. But I'm really aiming for Magikarp. I'm Magikarp hunting. Well, Doduo is not something you see every day. Not something I see every day. I think I've caught like 8 of these ever. I have a Dodrio, but that's because I found it. I've never evolved one. There's another Magikarp to add to my list. Gotcha. And with that, it looks like it's about time to go look for some Asian food. Make sure it can see me and it's like in focus and stuff.
It's going.
Oh, I just caught Ditto. It was a Magikarp, and I wanted a Magikarp, but it was a Ditto instead. And I just got my smoothie. This is day 3. I'm here with Dante. And I was not expecting that at all. But here's Ditto. Just got my first one. Wow, and he's a 4500 too. He's huge. Transformed Storgle. Appraise. Room for improvement. Extra small. Wow. Okay, go ahead, Dante.
Alright.
You catch that Pikachu.
Yeah, that's super close. Alright, I gotta focus. Give me a reload.
Is it frozen?
No.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
A little bit.
How's it frozen? Well, I mean,
You
we
can
are
see
in
that.
Alaska.
You can
so
see that.
It would make sense that it's frozen.
No, that's like its waiting thing.
Alright.
What level is it? What CP?
161.
Okay.
If I just throw it at it, will it catch it?
Maybe. You can feed it a raspberry if you want.
I don't know how to do that little spin thing.
Uh-oh.
Should I feed him something?
Sure. Feed him. Appease him.
Raspberry. Do I have to throw that to him too?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, when did you start catching Pokemon?
Like 15 minutes ago, I think.
Are you wasting all my ammo?
Yeah. I mean, I might catch one that's like...
How many more do you have?
I have 4.
You got 4 more balls. Okay.
Okay. Dude, that totally hit him. That bounced off his forehead.
Yeah, he did a flip at the same time. He blocked it.
That's a thing?
Yep.
Dude, I did not know that.
Okay, let's see.
I didn't know they could cartwheel kick the ball away.
Oh. Oh, here.
It's gonna need the professional.
Okay, this is easy. You just spin it a little bit. I use my finger because it's more accurate because I have a smaller point of contact.
Are you saying I have fat thumbs?
That was a nice throw, but it wasn't great. Oh. Okay, you get in there. There we go.
Okay.
Good boy. See, now what we do is we just get rid of him. Now, after all that work, we just transfer him because we just want his candies. Okay, now we can go find some more Magikarp. We need 6 or 7 more for Gyarados. We're gonna do it. Oh, and I ordered my Go Plus about 6 weeks ago, so I'm expecting that any day now, so I can start counting my steps at work and stuff. Maybe before Christmas.
Transition.
There's another fish here. Nick does that all the time. Well, there's another one. Today, like an hour. I wanted a fish. That's not what I wanted. I need another fish. Wow. This one's a lot smaller. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool ditto. Alright, so I just got another Ditto. I'm gonna go back and use the one I got earlier today. But this gym only has one thing in it right now. It's a 2412 Snorlax. And I'm going to battle it with my Ditto. One of them was 4,500 for leveling. I can find him here. I think he's by the bottom. There he is. So I'm gonna fight this Snorlax with Ditto, see what happens. It's my first time using him. So I think he should transform or something. There he goes. Now I have a Snorlax. They're not very effective. But I gained a bunch of power. I'm a little stronger than him. Sorry, I'm not dodging anything right now. Wow, he just wrecked me. Maybe I have to dodge. Maybe I have the same health as normal, just the moves. Because he hurt me a lot. Oh, now I'm gonna die. Alright, Ditto's dead. And I'm gonna switch to my... Oh, I didn't bring it right on. I didn't move anything because I just wanted to fight with Ditto. There. First battle won using Ditto. Sort of. Okay, so this is the last Magikarp I need. I found him flopping here, right on the beach. 81, and he's not gonna run away, and he's not gonna be a Ditto. It's not a Ditto! It's strange that I'm excited for that. Okay, so I have 402 Magikarp candies. So it is getting dark already. It's probably like 3 o'clock, so it's almost nighttime. My batteries are dead, and I'm gonna head home, and tomorrow will be my 7-day streak, and I am evolving my first Gyarados. It's today. So my last day here in Homer. I'm heading back today, but first I'm gonna put my lucky egg on. I got some evolutions to do. I have my 7th day streak to do. So I'm here on an Eevee nest. There was 3 here a second ago. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my lucky egg on. And I'm going to get my 7th catch in a row for quadruple experience. Alright. 7-day streak. 10,000 XP. I just got an Eevee for 10,000 XP. That's kind of crazy. I just hit 28 this weekend. We'll see how high I get here in 30 minutes of quadruple farming stuff. This is my first spin of the day, 7-day streak. 20,000 XP. Spinning that Pokestop just gave me 20,000 experience. Wow. Alright. I have some evolutions to do. While I'm doing this, I just want to give a big thank you to Nick, both for putting me on his channel. At the time of making this, he doesn't even know that I'm doing this yet. I'm just going to send him the finished video. So if you're seeing it, thank you, Nick. Also, I know how much time and hard work and dedication that Nick has put in to get a new video up each and every single day for months now. There's a lot of us who have benefited from all the time that he's put in and the research that he's done. So huge thank you, Nick. If anyone wants to see any more of my videos, this is actually the only Pokemon Go video that I've made. However, I do have other videos, most of them made in Alaska. I have a couple channels. One of them is a gaming channel. Another one is like a vlog that I started recently. Then I have my main channel, which is a lot of different things. It has some music videos, some video challenges, some a game show, some documentary stuff, a lot of different types of videos that have been put on there over the course of many years. So if you want to check any of those out, hopefully they'll be in the description. If they are, again, thank you, Nick. This is actually my first Dodrio I'm evolving. I did catch a Dodrio a long time ago that was just a baby, so this is actually my first one that I'm evolving. And I don't think I've ever heard Nick talk about this one, so it must be just really bad, I would assume. Yeah, looks pretty bad. Got 7 minutes left on my lucky egg. I'm evolving as fast as I can. Hopefully I can squeeze as much out of it as I can. I still have my Gyarados left to do. I'm not going to forget that one. I'm getting pretty close to the bottom of my list. I'm not even taking very long to look at what I'm getting because I'm just trying to evolve so fast. I'll go back and look at everything later. Hey, is that it? That's it. 4 minutes left on my egg. It's time to cash in my 5 months of fishing. That's the one I chose. Best IVs. I'm really gonna do it. This will be my first Gyarados. This is my first, other than Ditto, this will be my first new one in quite a while. I think I only have 3 more to complete my Pokedex after this one. Not including the region specifics or legendaries, of course. So as long as I don't get the move that shall not be named, we'll be good. Here we go. My floppy fish. I don't even care what the moves are. I have a Gyarados now. I didn't even say it. Thanks a lot, Nick. That took me a long time. Alright, that is all of my evolutions. I just hit 28 yesterday, and I am already halfway there. With a little bit of hunting yesterday, and mostly just this 30 minutes of quadruple experience, that 7-day bonus, 150,000 experience, basically in half an hour. And with that, I am done. I hope you all enjoyed this little sneak peek into what it's like to Pokemon Go in Alaska. And it was a very successful trip for me, successful weekend. Got my first Gyarados, got my first Ditto, 150,000 experience, visited family, had some Thanksgiving dinner. All around, great weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed little glimpses of it. Thanks, Nick, for having me on here and for all your work. Back to you.